You've been lied to about German food. It's not just sausages and beer. It's a survival story, told in bread crusts, pickled cabbage, and pan-fried cutlets. Let's start in the Middle Ages. Most people lived on grain. Bread was the backbone, rye in the north wheat where you could afford it. Soups and stews simmered all day. Cabbage, beans, root veg, whatever the season allowed. Meat? Rare unless it was preserved. Salt and smoke were currency. Enter sauerkraut. It's not a gimmick, it's technology. Fermenting cabbage locked in vitamin C and kept people alive through brutal winters. That sour tang, it's the flavor of survival. By the late medieval period, monasteries shaped food culture. They brewed beer, liquid bread, with purity rules that would later become the Reinheitsgebot. They baked pretzels too, simple dough, alkaline bath, deep shine. Legend says they were rewards for children who learned their prayers, the twist mirrors, folded arms. Whether or not that's true, pretzels became edible symbols of devotion and community. Geography split the table. The north leaned on the sea, pickled fish and rye. The south, richer in dairy and pasture, leaned into dumplings, butter, and eventually pork. Forests gave mushrooms and game. Rivers brought carp. Regionality wasn't branding, it was necessity. Then came trade. Spices trickled in potatoes, thundered in from the Americas. At first, people were suspicious. Then famine hit and potatoes took root. Suddenly you get potato dumplings, potato pancakes, and that hearty backbone of meat and two-veg Germany is known for. War reshaped kitchens. The 30 Years' War emptied pantries. Thrift and preservation became habits. In the 19th century, industrialization pulled people into cities. Street foods rose, sausages in rolls, mustard on the side, quick, cheap filling. Meanwhile, Vienna's influence crossed borders. Schnitzel, breaded, pan-fried, golden, arrived and adapted. Today, pork schnitzel is the weeknight hero of many German homes. Sauerkraut stuck around, but now as pride, not desperation. Pretzels left monasteries and landed in beer gardens, social hubs where food was simple, generous, and affordable. The Reinheitsgebot turned from a practical rule into a national calling card for beer purity. The 20th century brought scarcity, then abundance. After the wars, immigrant communities expanded the pantry. Turkish doner kebab is now a German icon, sitting comfortably next to bratwurst. Vegan and regional revivals are pulling old peasant recipes, spelt breads, einkorn, fermented veg, back into the spotlight, but with finesse. Here's the myth bust. German cuisine isn't static. It's resilient. It keeps what works, bread, pickling, pan frying, and upgrades the rest. So next time you bite a pretzel, sip a clean lager, or crack through a schnitzel crust, know this: you're not eating cliches. You're eating centuries of adaptation, geography, and grit, served hot. Map complete. Now, what's on your plate?